Thanks to Disney and Elton John, we've all heard about the circle of life. Did you know your business also has a circle of life? I'm Natasha Hemmerling, partner at Clark Hemmerling Lawyers, and today I'm going to walk you through the business circle of life and show you how we can add value to your business through each of those steps. Specifically today I'm going to talk about 1. Startup phase, 2. Risk mitigation, 3. Growth, and 4. What happens when you want to end your business venture. Okay, number 1, startup. Becoming a business owner is easy, isn't it? Well, that's what a lot of people say. Unfortunately, a lot of people forget to seek advice early on when they're setting up the business on a number of important factors. And unfortunately, if you don't seek advice early, it can later end up costing you a lot to fix it. So when setting up a business, it's important to have a look at your business structure and also your assets to ensure that they're all protected. You should also ensure that you have the licenses that are required to operate your business. Do you also have a lease in place, particularly if you want a bricks and mortar store or a shopfront or office? Or are you purchasing a business? You should get the contracts checked so you know the risks before you sign them. You can identify them and negotiate other terms of purchase in relation to the contract before it's signed. We can provide assistance to make sure you have all of these things in place and that you know the risks when you're starting up the operation of your business. Number 2, operating a business. Once you operate your business, you do need to be aware of risks and mitigate against them. Unfortunately, all it takes these days is one unreasonable customer that can ruin your entire business and its reputation. So I find often people think about risk mitigation, but when they do so, they think about physical accidents of people or personal injury claims. So they hire qualified tradies to fit out the premises to ensure that it's safe. They get a good builder to manage the fit out. And they get insurance to protect them against the unfortunate accidents that might happen. While this is great, some matters that are often overlooked in relation to mitigation is the financial status of the business and legal protection. So for example, what happens if your customer doesn't pay you? Do you have terms in place to protect you? What if you receive faulty goods or faulty products from a supplier? How does that get dealt with, and is there a contract that has the terms for this? If someone sets up a competing business across the road from you, can you deal with that if they were one of your employees? It's important that business relationships, whether they're with staff, customers, suppliers, or anyone that you deal with, are all in place and properly drafted by a lawyer to ensure that when they're needed, you get the protection that you need and deserve to ensure that your business survives the waves that can happen, just like in a storm in the ocean. Number 3, growth. As your business grows, it's all thanks to the hard work and it's finally booming. And when you get to this point, you look at hiring more staff. We find disputes between employers and employees are commonplace these days, and we need to make sure that we have a proper employment contract in place to ensure that these disputes can either be overcome or dealt with at an early stage. Are you paying your employees correctly under the required award? Underpayment of wages claims are not good for any business because they're a distraction and they do affect your reputation. So ensuring that you get that right at the beginning in your employment contract is really important. Also, have you dealt with confidentiality and competition issues if your employee was to leave your business? These are the common issues that come up in relation to disputes, which could be avoided if you have a properly drafted employment contract to protect you in the event of any of these things happening. In this growth phase, you may also look at moving to a larger premises, opening an additional store. We can assist you with negotiating terms of your lease or looking at them so that you understand what you're getting into and your liabilities during the lease term. And lastly, number 4, winding up or selling your business. So finally, at the end of your business venture, it's likely to end in one of 2 ways. The first is you've done the right thing, sought assistance from the necessary business people in place, lawyers and accountants, and you have the option of either selling your business or voluntarily winding it up. Or alternatively, if you've got yourself into financial trouble towards the end of your venture, then you should get advice because you may need to put your company into liquidation or you may be faced with bankruptcy personally. It's situations like this where it becomes important that the setup of your company when you initially started or the manner in which you're going to trade has been done properly, as it could provide you with protections that at the time you didn't think about because you didn't get advice. So, do you need help during your business life cycle? At some point you will. So give us a call at Clark Hemmeling Lawyers, because we can help you along the way no matter what step in the circle of life you and your business are at.